Welcome to Friends, keeping up with the Halloween tradition. After I had finished my crow out of the canvas bag for Thanksgiving and partially for Halloween, I was having a look through the Prim's book and found a really cute pattern for a pumpkin stand-up doll using a can from the pumpkin. I made my husband a pie for his birthday, a pumpkin pie, and I kept the can following. So what I decided to do is to utilize the can and make what I call Pumpkin Man. So here he is here. What I did use was I used the tin, which I covered with muslin. The muslin, which was $1.25 for two at the dollar store. And what I did was I dyed it with the coffee again, using a cup of coffee and just soaking it and letting it dry. I did the head in the same, using the pattern from the Lisa Pay from the Halloween Boys to make a head. And here's his little head right here. He's got his nose, which is covered in floss. I used buttons for the eyes this time and just put a little bit of black felt and then some little eye buttons on the top. I did work around the mouth and used extra floss to bring it through to give it a little bit more texture. What I used for the arms and the legs was wire that I covered with the I-cord that I had made previously when I was just practicing. And it was in a really quite nice sort of brown color. So I molded it, and what I did do is I just glued it on to the bottom of the tin. I covered the bottom of the tin with felt and then glued the I-cord wire onto there. Then what I also did was I made little pants for either side, and then the same for the arm sleeves. And then I put a ruffle using the muslin, and I just pulled the threads off to give it that effect of being, really ragged. And then a little bow, and then this little bow on the front with the buttons. Then my signature heart. On the back, we have on the seam, I just put some of that ribbon, that that ropey ribbon, and then my signature heart. Now for the legs or the feet, I didn't have a pattern, so I made one. So what I did was, this is what it looks like. It's just two pieces of sort of a woolly felt, and I've just folded them in half and then curved them to give him like little feet. So, and then I gathered running stitch around to attach it. Now he's supposed to be really based onto a wooden base, but I thought for storage purposes it would be better just to leave him without a base, because that would take up so much more room, and I am running out of space. So that's what he looks like. I think he turned out really cute. And again, same theme. So his little on the top, I used the same wool felt to make the top of the pumpkin, and I just wrapped it and glued it and then cut it on an angle so that it looks like a stalk. And then again with the little bow on the top, and the leaves I did with heat and bond, and then the fabric from the sleeves, and then just did the stitching, the blanket stitching around in the black. So there he is. This is Pumpkin Man. So I think that's going to be about it. I think I went overboard for Halloween this year, but it's fun. Okay. So the other thing I did was last year I did a couple of pumpkins. This one was just a cloth pumpkin out of the clown fabric from my son's old Halloween costume. And all you did with this was you cut out a circle and then just gathered it at the top, filled it, and then used your threads to just pull it in to make it look like a pumpkin. And then just a little bit of a wood top with some this t-shirt fabric for the leaves, and then his little heart. And then the bottom, again, I utilized that dollar store wooden discs. So I made 2 of those, and it stood with the other Halloween stuff I made last year. Then this year, I did the sock pumpkins for the crow project, just using cinnamon sticks and the bought little pumpkin. And then this is the sock from the dollar store. So I got four of these. I made 4, utilizing the sock, stuffing it, and then pulling the threads to give it the texture and the firmness around. So there's this year's pumpkins, last year's pumpkins, this year's Halloween man. I did the Halloween boys, and I think I've done enough. So we'll soon be on to November, but there's a lot more patterns in this, or pictures in this little book that I could really go wild for next Halloween. So we'll see what happens then. Okay, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you in November.